Hello, this is Paula from Emotional Support for All. Why do some people jump from one relationship to another straight away? No break. We've all heard about it, haven't we? Where you'll be chatting in social circles and they'll say so and so split up with so and then they'll say, but they're still seeing somebody else straight away, and you're like, wow. So you automatically go to, as how's your father been happening? And a lot of the time, it generally is totally innocent. The relationship has broken down. However, men or the woman has chosen to move on very, very quickly. Now, everybody has their own views about this, don't they? There's going to be people that have terrible and traumatic breakdowns and they choose to be on their own for a long time, sometimes forever. There are other people that take some time out, learn to love themselves, reflect on what went wrong in the relationship. It might be that they've learnt lessons from the relationship, things they won't put up with again, things they perhaps might not do again, etc. And then there's the people that jump straight into another relationship. And it is the most common trait of relationships. And it begs the question, how have they actually got over the previous relationship? So again, every relationship is different. Every relationship will break up for different reasons. So again, it might be that somebody has just grown tired of the previous relationship, they're ready to move on, they've already disconnected from that relationship. So when the end actually came, they'd already mentally and emotionally got used to it. So they're ready to move on straight away. Is that the right thing to do to somebody who you've perhaps really hurt? Perhaps not. And it's very hurtful. And a lot of people are confused at how people can generally just move on that quickly. Because again, even if you've been with somebody a couple of months, you get used to being with that person, don't you? The first person that's on your phone and you frequently called and text person, and you might live with them, and there's so many things, isn't there, to get used to. So when you're the hurt party, it hurts and it's painful. However, so again, it might be that the person who's obviously done the breakup of the relationship and they've already mentally moved on from that relationship. So don't take it to heart the fact that they do. It probably is quite selfish and it's not very thoughtful of them, and they're putting themselves and their needs first, aren't they? I don't personally agree with it, but it happens a lot. And again, this is perhaps why they can move on very quickly. Some people cannot be on their own. They just have to have that companion, whatever they bring to the relationship, etc. They just cannot be on their own. And a lot of people will say, I just have to have that person there. I can't bear walking into a house that's empty. I can't bear the silence. I can't bear that there's no noise. So they move on very quickly. The question would be, have you really got over your last relationship? Because then you come to the trails of, well, are you just using this new person to get over somebody else? I have heard this quite a few times. And again, don't be so selfish. You have to mourn that relationship. Even if you were done with that relationship, do you not think even giving it a week or a couple of weeks, you know, make sense of it all and then start moving on? Because there's going to be some things that you're going to compare your new partner to for what your old partner did. Even if you were way over the relationship anyway, you're still going to do that. There's going to be things that you're like, oh, I don't really like that they do that. And that's how they are. But again, this is where your control comes in with partners. And some of it is to do with when they've moved on so quickly, because it might be the person that you're dating or you as a person like things done a certain way. So you might have had that in your old relationship and you expect it in your new relationship and it's not happening. So again, you're going to come across as quite controlling, and the red flags are going to go off because people are going to be like, I've had this way of doing this for a long time before you come along. Don't change it. Again, just remember who you are and what you want out of a relationship. And if you choose to move on straight away, be mindful. A new partner is not going to be like your old partner. That's why you've split up, because you obviously want something different. And yeah, just be mindful of the person that you've left behind. There's nothing worse. I'm sure every single one of us have had their heart broken at one time, and it might have been that someone's moved on very quickly, and it's hurtful, isn't it? All of a sudden they change overnight, don't they? They didn't want to get married, they didn't want children, and all of a sudden it's happened in 6 months, and it's really, really hurtful, isn't it? um and again, relationships are painful. You are going to see partners going off with people straight away, and my best advice is don't look at the social media. Don't tie yourself into what's happened, when did they get together, and analyzing it, because you will drive yourself mad. Just accept it and just concentrate on what you need as a person for yourself. So whether that is jumping straight into another relationship, make sure you do it on good terms. Don't still be hung up on your ex, because that's no way to start a relationship. And if you are the heartbroken one, if you want to mourn that relationship and you already know that they're off gallivanting and doing whatever, then just concentrate on you. Concentrate on your healing, and you'll be fine, and you'll get through, because we are always stronger than what we think we are. Thank you for listening. Like and subscribe for me. Till the next time. Bye bye.